Hello guys, welcome back to Britton Farms Homestead. We have 227 tomato plants in the ground and about 25 or 30 pepper plants. They're calling for 32 degrees and patchy frost tonight. And we have went and got some painter's drop cloths, plastic ones from the Dollar Tree. They were $1 a piece. We've cut them up and we're gonna try to cover all of our plants so they don't get frozen. I'll show you. So here's our painter's drop cloths. Here's our pepper plants, our replanted ones that have been hardened off. But this right here is just laying on the plastic. When this evening, when the sun goes down, we'll just take the plastic, pull it over, put that board on it. Cover all these little tomato plants we got down through here, all of our little pepper plants. We're also about to plant our corn. Now, we're gonna go ahead and put it in the ground this evening for some early corn, but its seed, it will be in the ground and it'll be covered up. Frost won't hurt it. So we're just laying out our plastic right now, and we are going to go ahead and get something set up for us to plant pole beans on, and so something for them to run up. They're gonna be on the end of the garden, on the very end down there, and we're just gonna run a line across and then run a string up from each bean to that line. And then we'll have bush beans out here in the rest of the garden. I wish everybody luck tonight that has plants out. Get ready for the frost, because lots of places is even getting snow today already. But there's a frost coming tonight. They're saying maybe. So everybody should be bringing in their plants or covering their plants or doing what you need to do to take care of those plants that you got outside. Bring them in your greenhouses, your cold frames, whatever you can find. We don't have a greenhouse and ours are already in the ground, so we don't have a choice. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do to set up our pole beans, place to grow our pole beans. Now, this right here, the goats can get in, or not get in. That's their walkway to get up to the field up front. So they can come through here. We're gonna plant our pole beans. We're gonna run a line off the top of this, which is pretty good ways away from that fence. They can stick their head through, but they're not going to be able to reach the beans, because goats love beans. But we're going to run a wire from here to the other end down there, and then we're going to make a row of beans right through here, and then we'll run a string from each bean up to that line. And then of course we'll have bush beans out here. I don't know that we're going to get the bush beans in the ground today, but we're going to get our corn in the ground. We hope to get this line run for our pole beans and maybe get those in the ground. We'll see. And also get everything covered up for this frost that's coming. It's cold right now. Like, the temperature has dropped, I don't know, has dropped 10 degrees already since about an hour ago. So it's gonna get cold tonight, and we gotta get this done. We don't want to lose these tomato plants. Our tomato plants are on these cattle panels, planted next to the cattle panels and up there. Then we have about 25 tomato plants over there. We just have these drop cloths here that we got from the Dollar Tree. They were $1. They're painter drop cloths, plastic. We're gonna cover them and hope that deals with the frost and we don't have a bunch of dead plants tomorrow. We do have some over here that we've already covered up. And as you can see, there they are. They're doing the greenhouse effect thing now. Hopefully they'll stay warm, be okay. We'll see. But I wish everybody good luck for this cold weather. We were gonna chance it out and say, well, they'll be okay because they've been hardened off and they've been out here a while, but it was a lot of work. work to plant 227 tomato plants. It was a lot of work to plant tomato plants and put down all this plastic and everything, and which we wouldn't have to put down the tarps again, but we'd have to replant all of them. But hang out with us. We're gonna do what we can do in the garden today. So the type of beans we have, and they're from all different seed companies, but I found a seed company online called the Dollar Seed Company. I believe it's dollarseed.com. They sell non-GMO, organic, and heirloom seeds. So I've got some golden wax beans. They are a type of bush bean. I'll show you what it looks like. Their packaging is pretty, I don't know, just basic, but so far the seeds we've planted have done well. We have some onions we ordered from them, but they're cheap. And anyway, here's the beans that we got from them. So we got, I don't know how many beans are in the package, but these are the wax beans. And we have these beans. These are a type of bush bean that came from, I believe it came from the dollar store, I'm not sure. But these are old beans. Like, these were packaged for 2019, I think. Yeah, sell by 12.19. So we got these for a penny a package. And there's some Bush Blue Lake and Contender is what we have from them. And look how many packages we got. I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 packages, so it cost me 10 cents for all these. So if a handful of these come up, it's well worth 10 cents. Now I got these from Park Seed, and these are Maxi Bell beans. They are a bush type bean also. And I wanted to try these because somebody told me about them and said that they are a stringless bean. So when you see my grandmother snapping and stringing beans, she won't have to do that to these, and that's what she does in the garden for us most of the time, is she takes care of the green beans. We also got some of these from Baker Creek, and they are a, let's see, these are a pole bean, I believe. Kentucky Wonder Homestead Heirloom pole top. Yes, these are our pole beans. These are the ones that we're gonna have to have something for them to grow up. They're not a bush bean. They are a pole bean. So they're gonna get really tall. That's the beans we're gonna do. And we have some atomic orange corn we're going to plant. We have some glass gem corn, and this is popcorn. That's what this is. And what else we got in here? Oh, some more dollar seeds. We got some Silver Queen. All these are Silver Queen, and this is some Indian corn we're going to plant. And we have these zucchinis, also a penny a pack. We bought these penny a pack. And you know, if we get a handful of zucchini off of these seeds, if they come up, the germination rate is the problem with these. But if we get, you know, one zucchini plant, it was well worth the, you know, I don't know, 20 cents I paid for all these. I can't go to the store and buy a zucchini for 20 cents. There's more Silver Queen corn and cucumbers. Here's some more of those penny seeds for cucumbers. And because these have a bad germination rate, you can see that there's a ton of packs of cucumbers here. We're fixing to plant every one of these and hope that, you know, a handful of them come up. We'll see. And I believe that's all we got for you guys. That's what we're going to be planting. So we're going to plant beans, cucumbers, zucchini, corn. Did I already say corn? I think that's all. Anyway, sorry, my rememberer is not too good. And the corn, we're going to session plant those. And some of the corn, we won't have to worry about them cross-pollinating because some takes a certain amount of time. I don't know, I'll have to read the packages about the harvest dates and times. But if you're planting corn, if you plant a corn that you can harvest in, I don't know, 100 days, and then you plant one that you can harvest in 60 days, well, the tassels, they're gonna pollinate at different times, so they're not gonna be cross-pollinating because one's not gonna be ready. Or you can plant some and then 2 weeks later plant some more, and those won't cross-pollinate because they won't be pollinating at the same time. And that's what we're planning on doing because we don't have near big enough space to keep them away from each other far enough so they won't cross-pollinate. So we have to work with the method that they're not all gonna pollinate at the same time. So they've got the tiller out now, and what they're gonna do is just till up next to this fence here, because on the fence we're gonna do vertical growing with our cucumbers. And you see that this didn't get tilled up because the tractor wouldn't get that close. So he's gonna till it up with the tiller, and then we're gonna plant our cucumbers just along this fence line. We hope the goats don't eat the cucumbers. They do not like gourds. They don't ever eat our gourds. We plant those on the fence where the goats are, and they either don't like it or there's better things for them to eat other than the gourds, so they don't bother those. But if they do bother these, we can shut them off where they can't get to that fence and mess with the cucumbers. All right, so I've unpackaged all the cucumber seeds, put them in a cup. This is what we got. Out of all those packages of cucumber seeds, if we get one cucumber off of one plant, it's money well spent, because the rest of it's just our time. Last year we planted cucumbers. We ended up having one vine because Vince and my dad planted one end of the garden, I planted the other. My dad planted squash instead of cucumbers, so I don't know if he got the seed mixed up, because we did have one cucumber come up, but we didn't have enough cucumbers last year to save seed, so we had to buy some. We do have some plants that we started in the house, and those seed were Baker Creek seed, and those did come up. So we will fill bald spots that don't come up with, you know, when we plant these, because the germination rate's just not that good on these cheap seeds, and they're old because they were packaged for 2019. But we're gonna go ahead and get those planted. So my dad got thirsty, so I'm headed to my grandmother's house to get him a drink of water. He's running the tiller out there. So let's go see what she's doing. It's cold outside, or she'd be out here supervising, I'm sure. But it's chilly out here, so she's probably bundled up, got the heater on, and probably 98 degrees, bikini weather in her house. Let's see what she's got going on. What are you doing? Oh, you all decked out, looking pretty today with your gold chain on.
Yes, I went visiting today.
Visiting? Where you go visiting?
Me and Sandra went and saw Rosalie.
Rosalie?
Yeah.
I don't know who Rosalie is.
Well, somebody goes to church up there.
Oh, I see. We're fixing to plant some corn and some beans and some cucumbers, Grandmama.
Oh my gosh.
And we're gonna cover all of our tomatoes and our peppers so they don't freeze their tails off.
Well, I thought that's what he's out there doing this earlier today.
Well, he put the plastic down, but we don't want to cover them up yet till the sun goes down, so they don't get cooked.
I see.
Daddy needs a drink of water, so I come to get him a drink of water.
Your daddy always needs something.
He's out there getting a workout, hoofing that, manhandling that tiller out there. Well, I could get it for him.
Well, this.
When you take off to the house to get more seed, make sure you put up your toes and they're not behind your truck. Or you'll get a flat tire if you run over them. So this is the culprated tool that we ran over. Oh, this will put a hole in your tire. Make sure you put your tools up before you run over them. And the hoe got run over too. And it's kind of been up a little bit. Good morning, guys. It's about 7:30 in the morning, and as you know, we covered up all of our tomato plants, pepper plants that we put out because there might be a frost, what the weatherman said, and patchy frost, and down to 32 degrees. Well, it got down to 27 last night, and this is the field. I sure am glad we went ahead and covered those tomato and pepper plants up, because this is a big frost. Not patchy frost, big frost. So tip, guys, if you got your plants outside and the weatherman says patchy frost, go ahead and plan for it being a big frost. Cover those plants up. If able to, bring them inside, but if you can cover them up with a sheet, plastic, etc., just go ahead and get them covered up. Help them from freezing, and it's just, it's pretty frosty. Everybody have a blessed day. If you're enjoying our videos, go ahead and subscribe, like, hit that bell notification so you get notified every time we put out a video. Go ahead and put a comment down below if you have any questions, anything you want to chat about. Go ahead and put the comment in down below. I try to reply to everybody's comment. Hope everybody has a blessed day, and I'll catch you next time.